and gentlemen.
You're listening to the Fantasy Alarm MLB DFS podcast with hosts John Impemba and James Grande.
What is going on, FA Nation? John Impemba here with James Grande. This is the Quick Pitch MLB DFS podcast recording here for Tuesday's 14-game main slate. We saw a handful of players traded on Monday, including some traded right before roster lock, just like Christian Vasquez was moved just before roster lock. He was even in the Red Sox lineup 20 minutes beforehand. They ended up having to pull him out. So those are things you had to take into consideration here. DeGrom making his season debut. He threw 67 pitches in his most recent rehab outing. Gotta think maybe they let him go 80 in his first start here, but going up against Washington, DeGrom has been quite good during his rehab appearances. So looking to be in form, but would you pay the 10-3 for him, James?
No. Like, I get it if you want to. It's fun. He's back. Yada. But I don't think we need to go there, especially when we do have Corbin Burns against the Rockies are kind of lifeless away from Coors Field, and Yu Darvish has been absolutely dominant of late. So I think there's other options.
Great home
10K.
numbers for Darvish as well. 1.94 ERA at home.
Yeah, tremendous pitcher's park. I think it's exciting to see DeGrom back in pitching in a Major League uniform, but I'll give it a starter too. Let's see how he does. We're not going to put it past him that he's going to go 6 innings and throw 75 pitches because that's just like how good he is and have 8 strikeouts. But just the fact that there's likely going to be a limit when Burns and Darvish are going to throw 120 pitches each. And in very enticing matchups, I prefer those two guys.
Under 10K, we got a couple of guys at 9K. We got Gilbert against the Yankees. Probably not going to go there. Against Tampa Bay, McKenzie's at home against Arizona. We have Tyler Anderson against San Francisco at $8,900. Christian Javier against Boston at $87. Tyon's at home against Seattle at $85. Spencer Strider down to $8,300 there against Philly. Gallen at 8K. Against Cleveland on the road. That's your 9 to 8K range.
I would be interested if the Yankees pitch Tyone again, because he just pitched 4 days ago. Let's see. I guess he is the slate scheduled starter. I don't know. I'm a little suspicious. That's a little suspicious to me. Maybe I'm missing something here. 28th. I guess that's correct. There's 31 days in July.
There is, yeah.
McKenzie's fine. I think there's some upside there. Gossman is fine. I think there's some upside there. But, neither of those price tags gives us any room for error. Not going to go Logan Gilbert, especially with the Yankees hitting 4 home runs. 2 by Jose Trevino, 1 by Aaron Judge. They're rolling again. Henderson's interesting, but the Giants do hit lefties, but 7 shutout in Coors Field, dude. That's so impressive. I think Tyler Anderson is just the forgotten man in this Dodgers rotation. 4 of his last 5 starts, 20-plus fantasy points, 3 straight scoreless outings, 1 against San Francisco. Definitely interested there. Javier, I've been attacking Boston over the last couple weeks, and I'm not going to stop now. They're striking out a whole bunch, and we know Javier has a whole bunch of strikeout.
And who knows what's going to be in the Red Sox lineup come tomorrow.
Right. Fair. Who knows?
JD Martinez could very well be out of Boston. We don't know.
Right. And could see myself going Tyone based on his last start and based on Seattle's struggles offensively, 22nd in OPS.
Hey, no J-Rod. That's a big blow.
Yeah. Right. No J-Rod, 22nd in OPS against right-handers since July 1st. I love Spencer Strider, though. 8,300. What do you think the algorithm is saying about Spencer Strider? That he's had 3 games of 11 strikeouts. He's realistically had 1 bad start, and yet he's $8,300. So.
He just faced Philadelphia's last outing at $8,700 and had 25 fantasy points, 6 innings, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts. Now he faces them again. He's at home this time, and he's cheaper. It's a weird number. It's a weird price. I agree. I would definitely have interest. The Tyon's interesting because you think Yankee Stadium. He's been very good at home. 3.16 ERA and 11 starts this year at home. So
6-1.
Yeah, 6-1. Easy to win games when your offense is hitting nothing but home runs.
Correct. No, very true. It's very true.
So, yeah, I think all of those guys are kind of appealing.
I agree. Definitely.
Outside of Darvish, maybe you don't have to spend all the way up, right?
I like Corbin Burns a lot.
Sure.
Right? And he has 3 of his last 4 games. He struck out 10+. And Pittsburgh is they are just bottom of the barrel right now. They're quite literally 30th in OPS, 30th in WOBA since July 1st. with a 27% K rate against righties.
Yeah.
That is third worst in baseball. So yeah, I agree. You don't have to spend up, but like in cash games, like Corbin Burns is going to be extremely popular.
I agree. Under 8K, Cole Irvin's been pitching really well, and he gets his Angels match out.
You mentioned him a bunch, and you're spot on. He has been kind of really good.
Yeah, we picked up on him after he had like a decent run. Again, like Toronto, Houston, Texas, Houston. Now, he's Houston 3 games, and he's shut them down all 3 times. So the one thing with him is just strikeout rate. Like, he doesn't strike out a bunch of guys generally. No. He had 8 strikeouts against Texas. Angels strike out a lot. If you're looking at under 8K, the way this man's rolling right now in this lineup.
I agree. No, I fully agree. The Angels, there's nothing to fear with the Angels right now. Even, we've said it, Ohtani might have 2 home runs tomorrow, and they might lose 8-2. So, how did Ohtani do? Oh, he had 2 home runs, but they lost 8-2.
Yep.
Okay.
Adam Wainwright's at home. He's $7,500. Home numbers still play. 2.01 ERA.
Versus a team that we have no idea who's still there.
Yeah. This was the weird start for Wainwright, though, earlier this year. 0 strikeouts in this game. Seven innings, 0 strikeouts against the Cubs. That came off of his 10 strikeout game against San Diego. So 2 extremes for Wainwright, those back-to-back starts. Coming off a 7-inning, 1-earned, 8 strikeout game in Toronto, much to the surprise of literally everybody.
Yep.
In that one. Now he's home against Chicago. Again, we don't think anybody's going to really be left in that lineup, right? We're thinking that they'll be traded. So 7,500 for Waino is a really good number.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if Contreras and Happ are still in Cubs uniforms. Specifically, I think those 2 are like the hottest commodities of the Cubs. So yeah, you mentioned it though. It's a tournament play only because of, you said the craziest of 2 scenarios. We literally, again, 2 starts ago in Cincinnati's tough to place to pitch, but 7 earned, 2 strikeouts in Toronto without Goldschmidt and Arenado backing you up, and his team wins 6-1, and he throws 7 one-run innings with 8 strikeouts. Like, dude, talk about inconsistency. So tournament's only for me.
How far has Lucas Giolito fallen? He is under $7,000 against Kansas City.
I'm using him. Don't care. I'm using him.
I know he's been bad, right? He's been very bad. He's been very bad at home, too. 6.2 ERA at home. But he was okay in his 1 start against Kansas City, rather. 5 innings, 2 earned, 7 strikeouts. Didn't get the win, but had 16 fantasy points still. This is talent-wise, like, too cheap. I know he's been pitching poorly, but I mean, he was just $7,500, and now he's down to $6,800.
Yeah, I do think it's too cheap. I'm just like looking, John, at the numbers and stuff and what's going wrong. So there's obviously there's positive regression on the horizon, okay? 349 BABIP against 375 xFIP compared to his 514 ERA. So obviously, like, he's really run into some bad luck. The K rate, 26%, is on par with his career averages, 25.2 for his career. The fastball velocity has dropped 1 mile per hour, but he's never been like a 97, 98 guy, right? So it's not like the velo dip is killing him. He's throwing a lot less changeups. I don't know if that's something to look at, but there's positive regression on the horizon for Giolito, and I'm 100% of the time willing to take a chance on him at this price tag. I just am. Like, it's a good matchup. It's a good price. I'm willing to take the shot at 6,800, even though he's struggled.
Is there any other value that you were looking at? We talked about Cutter Crawford last time against Cleveland. He did pitch well. Red Sox starters just don't win games.
Yeah. Keegan Thompson, your boy, has coming off a dynamite start again. Pittsburgh. Well,
in St. Louis, though.
Yeah, under 7K. I mean, All-Star Jose Herrera, he's gotten shelled his last 2 starts. Spencer Howard finally put together a good start his last time out, but it was against the Angels. How much do we want to trust there? I don't see much to be like excited about, right? It's Cutter Crawford maybe in the tournament, but obviously there's no Bregman because Bregman's wife is pregnant. Maybe there, but I don't think we need to go below Giolito. I think Giolito would be the perfectly acceptable value.
Yeah, I'm with you. Go to catcher. 14 game slates, a lot of players here.
Yeah.
But does Adley Rutschman deserve to be the top price guy?
No, he was also the top price guy. Completely threw me off. I think it was
Hitting really well,
Monday.
360, 985 OPS,
Yep.
but he has no home runs during these two
No.
games.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, why is he the price he is and Spencer Strider's 8,300? Like, why is one guy going in one direction? The algorithm doesn't make sense. But I think Will Smith is probably your top spend up. He's been really good against left-handers this year.
What's his name?
WD40, sorry.
Yeah.
WD Smith. Again, hopefully he changes that to number one day. If you don't like Giolito, Melendez or Salvador Perez can both be options.
Yeah, Salvy's got the power stroke back, man.
Yeah, third home run tonight. I think he hit one tonight, right? Or did
he homered yesterday?
Merrifield.
Yeah,
he's hit two. He's hit 2 in 3 games. No, he hit one tonight. Yeah, he's hit 3 home runs in 4 games. Funny how DraftKings has Christian Maybe I haven't updated, but they have the same thing happened. Remember the other night where
Vasquez with Houston, so you need to refresh.
I'm just not going to. I don't know, John. Eric Haas isn't versus a lefty.
Grandal?
Yeah, Grandal. True. Grandal's a good one.
Still hitting 200 despite hitting 360 over the last 10. So
I think both Padres catchers against Jose Urena is in play.
Would you play Jonah Heim against Jordan Lyles?
Sure. He's been good. He's been solid. 4,200. He has some pop. If I know Logan Gilbert's on the mound, but like Jose Trevino had 2 home runs tonight. Sure. So if you want to go back to there,
can't deny him, right?
Not necessarily excited about the rest of the position.
No, I'm with you there. Let's go to first base. Talk about some guys we are excited about.
All right. Wow, Ohtani's not the most expensive first baseman. That's the first time in a while, right?
It is. First time I've been under 6K.
Probably not going to go Freeman at 6K. I think that's a little too expensive. Can go Goldschmidt. Alonso homered on Monday. Right, he's been on fire.
Here. Yeah, not bad.
Matt Olson at home against a righty.
Always have Rowdy in play at 40.
Yeah, Rowdy for tournaments for sure. Rizzo's hitting so many home runs right now. Hit his third straight game tonight with a home run. And we've talked about it all year, right? Yankee Stadium. The Yankee Stadium buff for Rizzo is a real thing. He's hit his 16th home run at the stadium tonight.
Luke Voit against Urania?
Yeah. Yep. And Luke Voit has 13 home runs, John, this year. Do you want to guess how many home runs have come against right-handed pitching?
All of them?
All of them. All 13. All 13 have come against righties this year. And that's barring he doesn't hit another one tonight. Right. As we're recording, it's in the 4th versus Sanzatella. Like, who's to say he doesn't have 14 against righties by the end of the night?
True.
Yeah, I'm definitely in on Voit 30.
Nate Lowe, 325 with 1,000 OPS over his last 10. Power's starting to come back a little bit for him. He's got hits in 8 straight games, so $3,200. He gets Lyles here as well. Let's see.
Did you see, so Trey Mancini making his debut for the Astros potentially, right?
Correct.
Did you see the stat today that said if he had played from day one, he'd have 22 home runs this year? Because of the ballpark?
Yeah, I'm not.
He has 10.
I think this offseason, Baltimore needs to reevaluate what they've done or start just getting left-handed power because they killed their right-handed power guys.
Yeah, they're moving right there.
Yeah, listen, I like Mancini if he's in the lineup. I think that's a good one against Cutter Crawford. Again, Crawford's been good, but he hasn't been shutting teams out. He's just been adequate. So
play like a one-off.
Yeah, yep, I like it. If Hosmer finds his way in the lineup, I don't mind that as well. 27.
Sure. Yep, that's a good price.
Anyway else for you?
We'll have to see lineups tomorrow. 14 games, I'm sure there is, but
second base.
I don't love the whole top tier.
They're expensive, expensive guys in somewhat tough spots. Yeah.
Yeah, I think LeMahieu is the hottest hitter of the bunch. He had another multi-hit game. He's rolling, but not like exciting playing him at that price because he's not necessarily like a power hitter. Probably Simeon for me because he's now showing the upside to steal bases. Is probably the guy, and then probably someone who's going to be pretty popular would be Jake Cronenworth because Urena's so bad against lefties. Like Urena has been horrible against left-handed batters for the entire season, so Cronenworth 44 makes a lot of sense.
All right. If we're not on Giolito train, we can go Merrifield.
Sure, Homer tonight.
Yep. See other value. What are you thinking?
I'm trying to see. I guess the Nationals. It's going to be a bullpen game. I'm just trying to figure out what they're doing because, like, the Mets feel interesting. I also think the Nationals probably don't know what they're doing because they don't know who's going to be on their team.
I'd be willing to throw some Detroit guys against Arp.
Same.
Arp's at 2,600. Like, I know he's not hitting the ball well in terms of, like, last 10, but if you look at his last 5, hits in 4 of them. He has a home run in that stretch. Could be starting to turn it around a bit here.
Yeah.
And we know Chris Archer's garbage. So.
Yep. Yeah, I think to that point, Harold Castro, first base for Detroit, he hit third tonight. So I think there's some intrigue there as well. Like these cheaper. And if that's the Tigers, play to your lineups that have Corbin Burns and Yu Darvish.
Right.
And like the expensive pitchers. If you want to pair them with who, like the Mets or whatever, insert popular expensive stack here. The Tigers would one-offs and the Tigers or little mini stacks would help you get those guys.
Right.
So I agree. I think Scope is an interesting value. Not a
He's not like hitting
play,
lefties or righties this year. He's just been very bad. But again, like his last 5 games, he had hits in 4 of them. There was a home run mix in there, and Archer's terrible. So like maybe
remember he started stealing bases randomly too. That 1 week he had like 4 stolen bases in 5 games. Okay, that's kind of in the bag too.
Speaking of in the bag, Austin Riley got the bag too.
You and I would have paid him double that.
I would have paid him more. My jaw hit the floor when I searched highest priced 80s for third baseman. And saw that Rendon was making like $36 million a year this year, and then he makes $38 million a year for the next 4. I'm like, oi, Anaheim, and Los Angeles, you guys have like the worst luck with high price free agents.
I was gonna say now you know why the Angels might trade Ohtani.
From like Josh Hamilton to C.J. Wilson to Albert Pujols, now like they have no luck. No. Signing high priced guys. They just
so that's why I think that's what okay, if we trade Ohtani now, we won't curse him
right
for the rest of his career.
That said, yeah, I am playing Austin Riley.
And I don't really have much to add other than he is one of those dudes, and he's going to be one of those dudes for a long time, and we could play him whenever you want, really.
Devers is expected to return from the IL on Tuesday, but, maybe not the best. It's Devers.
It's Devers. Yeah,
Pick and choose how you want to handle that one. He has played today?
Yeah, he's hitting 4th.
Okay, because Bregman's wife is on paternity leave.
Yeah,
so we didn't mention him, but he's a good option potentially there.
He's been second outfield. Okay, yeah, second outfield. Should have mentioned him.
Yeah. So second base, you can if he's in the lineup, go back.
Another 2. He has 2 hits again tonight.
Yep, he's been solid. So I'm fine going in that direction.
Machado 52. I'd play him against Urena. I'd play anyone against Urena, honestly.
Yep. Hottest man in baseball, Matt Chapman?
I mean, maybe. Yeah. We've said it for a while. Look, the guy had a really bad season and a half, and he has figured it the hell out. He was I remember we did a show right when we came back from the pandemic, when we were doing all those live streams, and we did a little MVP segment, and I think Ronas and I picked Chapman to win it was the 60-game season. To win the MVP. That's how much hype this guy had behind him. Defense, offense. This guy's figuring it out offensively. So, yeah, if he's in this power surge right now, I'm in. He's hitting.
We talked about him as the forgotten Blue Jay in sacks forever, and now he's no longer. He's very much part of Toronto stacks.
Yeah.
But still nobody plays. But
that's still nobody. Nobody forever will play the best offense in baseball. Well,
yeah. I like both the Urias brothers here.
Yep.
Ramon and Luis. I'm fine with them in their matchups.
As long as neither of them are traded. Both are weirdly trading people that matter to their teams.
It's true. Tough matchup, but Alec Boehm still raking.
He's
got Strider though. So
actually homered, by the way.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
A lot of doubles, no home runs for him until recently. Let's see. You've been a Miranda guy. He's third base only now.
Dude, he's been so good. Matt Manning coming off the IL. Detroit does have a relatively good bullpen, but not necessarily too scary. 5 of the last 6 games, Miranda's had double-figure fantasy points, a lot of extra base hits, a lot of home runs. It's good. He's a good player. So I don't actually hate the twin stack. I haven't really mentioned any twins, but Matt Manning could be in trouble here.
Yep. Anybody else for you?
Candelario.
Sure.
You want to continue on with the Detroit theme, but that definitely not playing JD Davis, you piece of... I'm just kidding. No, I think that's it.
Shortstop at the top. Trey Turner's at 59, gets a lefty. Spot for him. For spending down somewhere, this is the spot for him.
Yeah, it's a good spot for him.
Other guys over 5K, Lindor, Tim Anderson, Dansby Swanson, Willie Adames, and Corey Seager. I think Seager and Swanson probably the 2 guys for me.
Seager comes back his first game. He's like, yo, what did I miss? Hits a home. Lindor's been on fire. Homered again tonight. Not again, but he's really seeing the ball right now. So you could definitely play Lindor, Swanson, and Seager. I'm with you on both those fronts.
Mid-tier? Anybody stick out to you?
I mean, Correa's been bad, but I think if you're interested in Twins, when I joined Pete Cole's live stream the other day, the Your Fielder's Choice live stream, he said that the Twins have hurt him the most. 100% a fact. Like, they have been in so many good spots this year and just depleted my lineups.
Right.
But yeah, going right back to well on a 14-game slate. Can't wait to see how that works out.
Bias homered off his brother-in-law, Barrios, the other day. He's got hits.
Didn't know that. Didn't know they were brother-in-laws, but that's...
Yeah. He's got hits in 6 of the last 7.
Yeah, he had Monday off, so if I suspect he's in the lineup unless he's traded.
Unless he's traded, that's a good point.
Yeah, if he's in the lineup, I'm definitely interested.
Hey, Mateo, assuming he's in the lineup, 3,600.
Yeah, he had our boy RBI double tonight, John. All the guy does is just be productive.
It's true. He's good.
He's good because ex-Yankee great farmhand, or Mateo.
Other value shortstops?
Just gonna dust that one off, huh? Paul DeYoung, homer, John.
You called it.
2 in a row, by the way.
You said he was coming up.
And then homer, he did literally nothing else. He has 2 hits and 7 at-bats, both home runs.
He's only there to hit the dong.
He's in the lineup, right? He's in the lineup, dude.
CJ Abrams been hitting the ball well if he's in the lineup.
Yeah, I guess I'm just interested because the Rockies had Senzatella on the mound, who is a right-hander, and they played Kim, and then they played...
I'm fine playing Kim, too, if he's in the lineup.
Yeah, I'm okay with playing Kim, too. He's been good. So
Abrams back in baseball, huh?
Tim Beckham is back in baseball.
Yep.
Shout out to Tim Beckham on the Twins, huh? Oh, Miguel Sano back in the IL, you don't say.
Shocker. Yeah, look at that. Hit 413 with 5 home runs in 33 games at AAA.
Number 1 overall prospect in baseball, Tim Beckham.
Wasn't he a number 1 overall pick, too? Or
yeah, I think number 1 pick, number 1 prospect, number 1 to never make it.
249 career average.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Still hanging around, though. Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
Not playing him. 2,100, though.
Yeah, we are going to
maybe play him. Manning's terrible. So.
Well, you know who we are going to play, John? Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
I'm just...
Judge, Jordan, both. Love them both.
Yeah, they're very hard to ignore.
Yep.
They're 1A, 1B in MVP race.
Yeah.
And Ohtani.
Let's see. Ced Mull's at the 5,300, huh?
He homered and stole a base tonight.
Yeah, still not worth it, though.
Still not worth it. Unlucky.
What other 5K guys do you like?
Other 5K, none? Is that acceptable?
Yeah, it's acceptable. Like Buxton's okay, but expensive. Acuna is a good number.
Yeah, I guess Buxton and Acuna probably. Because you're not paying 59 for Starling Marte.
No.
58 for Ohtani feels...
It's a lefty, though.
Yeah. Schwarber against Strider, sure, he can hit a home run against anybody. Feels too expensive. I'd rather pay for Buxton. So, yeah, I think Acuna 51.
Yelich got 3 straight games with 2 hits.
Yeah. It's a good spot.
Tucker's at 45, but he's been slumping.
Yelich just doesn't hit home runs anymore, dude.
I know.
There's just no power. I liked Eloy against Keller on Monday before Keller was scratched. Eloy's been good. I would go back to that.
Okay.
Riley Green, 41.
Yeah, 41 finally for sure. Liking Riley Green there.
You know who hit his 3rd home run in 3 straight tonight, John?
Who's that?
Jerickson Profar.
Not against a lefty, though, but I guess it doesn't matter, right? Because he's going to hit left-handed against Uranus. So.
Yeah, he's going to hit. Yeah, and Uranus, that's where Uranus' Achilles heel is. 3 straight games with a home run for Profar. Has multi-hit games and potentially 4 or 5 if he gets another hit tonight. Love that. Core play 4K for me.
Under 4K, guys? Anybody for you?
I know you want to suggest Laureano. I think he's going to be traded.
That's why I didn't say it. I think he's going to be traded.
Tough sell there, because if he's not, it's sure.
Yeah.
It's actually a relatively decent spot against Syndergaard because we don't know what version of Syndergaard's going to show up. The Giants led off Darren Ruff against lefty. Varsho homered tonight.
Leotis is still free. Tapia has been hitting the ball really well. I just don't know if he's going to be in the lineup or not.
Yeah, we'll see. With Springer back, right?
Yeah. Trace gets a lefty.
Yeah, he'll be in the lineup. That's a good one, John. That's a good call. And he's rolling.
Yeah.
Really rolling.
Yeah. 3K. Jaron Duran homered tonight.
That's a good call, John.
And here's the thing with Duran, I guess it's kind of interesting. Javier does tend to walk a lot of guys. We know Duran has speed. But we also know if Vasquez is the catcher, he throws a lot of guys.
Yeah.
So,
Vasquez knows Duran's tendencies now.
Probably pick him off first, truthfully.
Yeah. I don't hate that. I picked him up I think I picked him up in FSGA today.
How did Will Myers do today?
He has an RBI ground out.
He made his return after missing 2 months tonight.
And did you see where he started?
No. Base.
So maybe some first base eligibility for Will Myers in the near future.
2,800 for Will Myers, though, against Urania.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I think whoever is in the Padres lineup is an option. I prefer the lefties, I think. Sans Machado because he's their best player. But I do think San Diego's in a good spot, even though the ballpark is obviously not the best.
I'm probably the only one that actually played him the other day, but I did mention Piscotty the other day, and he's homered in 2 of the last 3.
They're weird right now.
I don't know.
Maybe
he could be traded.
Yeah,
but we mentioned Syndergaard being iffy. He's $2,400. Piscotty's he's a decent hitter. So
yeah, no, I mean, dude, their whole team is weirdly like they're just improving their trade stock by the day.
Yeah, Yermin Mercedes, you mentioned, he gets lefty 2,400.
Yeah.
Mazzara,
Tough spot. It's a tough spot.
Mazzara's your lefty versus Urena matchup.
Him and Grisham. Grisham's been terrible. You think he's better than what he's doing. How did he just fall so flat? I had somebody I wanted to mention. Jake McCarthy, John, has started to play every day for Arizona. He's a gap and speed guy with a little pop. Stole his third base in 6 games tonight.
Okay.
3 straight multi-hit games as well. 2,700, lefty righty. Not the best spot, but someone to monitor moving forward because he's going to play every day out there.
All right, sounds good to me. Give me your home run call.
Boy, is it just not impossible? Like, it's impossible to not pick Aaron Judge.
Right.
I'm not going.
I'm going Austin Riley.
He homered for you the other night. That was your home run call.
I've actually had a decent little run of home runs.
You have had a very good run of home run calls. I mean, like, my best bet is to go. I'm going to go with Manny Machado against Jose Urena because I just don't think highly of him at all. And we know Machado, much like Luke Voigt for his whole career, has been better against right-handed pitchers.
Yeah.
Machado.
That is Manny Machado for James, Austin Riley for me. Get in the Discord if you have any questions for the playbook, and we will catch you guys later.